Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Broncos going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's send you upstate to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. We're standing by our two men who will call the action. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
On second down, here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fielded at the 43. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. It's caught right side. It turns. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, 52 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Paul Posluszny leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one that gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Simeon on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. To throw is Simeon. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
In the backfield is Anderson. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Let's go!
Now Simeon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Alan Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Here we go. Slow. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. There we go now. Blue 49.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the hook up to Lee. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Green 39.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. inside the 35, now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Leopard. 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 Leopard.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's a first down for the Broncos. They give it to Anderson, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Green 39. Green 39.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Ivory. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Here we go! Blue 45!
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A good pickup there at 22. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. First down, Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come out here in the eye. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Set! Green 39! Green 30!
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Green 39!
Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. He finds Sanders. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run it again with Anderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on third. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Robinson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, obviously, wild card weekend is upon us, but don't forget about the 4 teams that have this weekend off. When you get to this part of the season, is that a big advantage? Or, I mean, we've seen some wild card teams run the table, so how big of an advantage is that first-round bye?
You're exactly right. We have seen wild card teams take it all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. The Giants have been a prime example of doing that. But every team I know would love to have that open week and be able to prepare for the playoffs. Why? You rest your injured guys. Okay, mentally you get a little bit of a break. Everyone kind of gets out of the building for a little while. And the one thing that those teams get a chance to do, assess what's going on ahead of them. All right, they see how the other team plays, able to get in your game plan, almost like you can make the last move before you play.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The play clock's running down. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready. Green.
On 1st down, this is Ivory. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Ready. Green. 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 left. Here we
They
go.
send Thomas
Green,
out to the right by himself. Here's Bortles to throw. He finds Hearns left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready. Green. 90. Green. 90.
Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Green. 90. Green. 90.
They go back to the ground attack here. It's Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Green. 90.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go. Green. 39.
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go.
They come up in an offset eye. Simeon now to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Action now,
Again, Simeon. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to walk, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, 41 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two.
Green 39.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one off.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Jaguars going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. first down. Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that script, because so they're opening and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Here's Robinson. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And now the starting lineup for the offense. And Julius Thomas highlighted, my friend.
Brandon, he's one of the latest in a long line of basketball players turned football players who've had great success. And he uses those basketball skills to get open in his pass routes.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 19 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That's a prime example of how tough Chris Ivory can be to bring down.
He's so good that I think that he would last very well in a boxing gym. You know, because he's going to wear you down with those types of runs all game long. If they can't start getting him on the ground quicker and more efficiently, they've got a long game in front of them.
And the defensive starters for the Cowboys, here they are. And it's a defense that through the regular season, #1 against the rush, 5th in points allowed. How have they done it, partner?
That's one of the great mysteries out there because in the preseason, we all thought Dallas would struggle mightily on defense. Their pass rushers were not available. We weren't sure what they'd get in the back end on the secondary, but they got great play all the way through. And they were one of those teams that didn't matter who got the credit. Someone would make a play each and every week, and I'm still in shock that Sean Lee, their all-star linebacker, didn't make the Pro Bowl.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Time running out here on the play clock. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start.
Let's go!
Prescott now on second down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I know the numbers this season are not Des Bryant numbers, but something keeps nagging me that he's not on the downside of his career, that he's going to be poised for a big playoff run. There's just something about him and his explosiveness.
You mentioned the numbers, 796, 13 games played, 50 receptions, but you still think there's a lot there in the tank.
I certainly do, and I think it got off to a bad start for him because he was injured early. Then he had to adjust to Dak Prescott as his quarterback. Remember, he knew what Tony Romo would do in every situation. And I think that Ezekiel Elliott, his ascension, really hurt Des Bryant in terms of numbers because they became much more of a running team.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Cowboys are set up now with a first and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Prescott looks to throw on first. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. And
he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lance Dunbar taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Come on,
Prescott on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
come on!
Second down, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's third down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now they'll throw it. Borders. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now, partner, something we're going to have a little while to debate, but let's go ahead and take a peek at the draft order. Browns, of course, will get the first pick in the draft. San Fran, Chicago, Jacksonville, and then Tennessee will actually have number 5 and number 18.
All right, let's take a quick look at these. Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago. All of them have starting quarterbacks, but will they be in 2017? I doubt it. I think they'll have decisions to make about who's going to be their quarterback, and maybe that comes through the draft. Then you get down there to number 4 at Jacksonville. Blake Bortles should be solid in there, but with this season where he seemed to regress, whoever is the new head coach will have a decision to make there. And then how about, as you mentioned, Tennessee at 5-18? An excellent season for the Titans this year. They're making a push for the playoffs in 2017.
And, of course, the 5th pick that they have is the slot held by the Rams. So for Zeke, it's official through the regular season. He leads the NFL in rushing, 1,631 yards. What a rookie campaign.
Such a phenomenal rookie campaign that he could sit out Week 17 at Philadelphia, 0 carries, 0 yards, and still win the rushing title by that kind of a margin. What a season for him, and how great is it for the Cowboys? Rest him the final week. He gets the open week, and then he's fresh and ready to go for the playoff run.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing their analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One man on the backfield, Elliott. Prescott to throw it. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A second down throw for Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Jags. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now.
Now Bortles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now here come the Cowboys. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Here we go now. Green.
Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
They'll give it up to Ivory. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the street.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go.
Bortles now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hurns. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that one makes it 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Well, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to walk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 99 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Robinson. And not a bad returning here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the 47 yards.
He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.